Hello, my name is Scott with Shoms Photography, and if anybody knows anything about me, they know that I'm a big Gremlin fan. So back in 2008, they released the Neca Gremlin. Recasted off a stunt Gremlin from the Gremlins 2 movie. I bought one of these. I bought the green one, I bought the flasher one, and I bought Greta. So I have all three originals. Since this has been recasted off the original, it is about 10% smaller than what the original was. If you know anything about recasting or whatever, it always reduces in size, and also you lose detail in the sculpt itself or the form itself. Well, that brings me to the 2000-2001 release of the Neca Gremlin. Now, the originals were all hand painted by one person and were released at a limited number of 600. And I thought, well, when they release this new one, it's going to depreciate the value of this one. But after getting the new one, I don't see how it could depreciate the value of the originals, due to the fact that now this one is actually 10% smaller than this one, and it looks like it, but it's not the same. So let's do a straight on look. This one here, I believe, has been recasted off of the Flasher Gremlin, due to the fact that the details on the arm, the seam lines on the arms are all smooth and cleaned, where on the original ones, they're really rigid seam lines flashing still on there. It's got the drop down from the shoulder to the top of the shoulder to the shoulder, and it actually still has the shell-shaped shoulder area, where this one here has been flattened out, shortened, and there is a big half-inch glob of latex or whatever they use to seam this edge up. And so there's no detail between this part and this part, but there's still detail between this part and this part. Same way with on the neck. The neck on this one here, and I'll try to post up some pictures with this video. The neck is pretty much seamless on this one, where it has details all the way up and down, where this one here, there is a big half-inch seam line across it around its neck. So if you're going to buy one used, the big tall tale signs between the original and this one, because just looking at it, you're not going to say, oh, well, this one has washed out details. Well, you're not going to notice that, but you're going to notice that big seam line, that big half-inch seam line all the way around the neck and around the shoulders, and then that the shoulder is missing some shoulder on this one and this one. The stands, this one here has a thicker gauge steel stand. It's a lot more durable. Now, the stand is flat down here at the base, and it's just wobbling because of the length of this bar. It's the reason why. But this one here, the base doesn't sit flat at all. So it just wobbles all over the place. It's a lot less thicker gauge metal on this one compared to this one over here. So if we turn them sideways, I can barely stick my fingers down between this one, but this one here I can stick pretty much my whole hand back behind there. So you know that, again, that there's a lot of shrinkage between this one and this one. Again, this one 20% smaller than what the original, and this one here is only 10% smaller than what the original was. So this year they released the brown one and the flasher, and hopefully they will release the green one and Greta, so I can get a copy of those as well, because I've already got the new flasher and I've got this one. And again, there's a big difference between the original flasher and the new flasher, but I'm just going over the brown ones because, again, I don't want you to get misled if you're buying one off eBay or buying one used. One of the big things here, there is, if we can go sideways, you can see the divot inside the chest area to the stomach area and all the ridges there where it's missing on this. It's just almost, it's not flat, but it's just missing. So again, you can see the difference between the semi-open mouth and the wide open mouth. Now this one here is made out of a more rigid foam than this one. So when I got this one, you could bend the arms and stuff like that. Not great, but you can bend the arms and stuff because it's got a softer foam inside. I don't want to do it now because due to the fact that it's older, it might fall apart. Where this one here is solid, rigid foam, you're not bending this. So you go to bend it, you're going to snap the arm off. Again, and how do we know this is casted off a stunt double compared to a hero version? Is the hero version had feet like this. It had the longer toes, the longer nails. So if you're buying a screen used item of a Gremlin off an auction site, know that the hero versions with the longer feet were the ones that were higher detailed, better paint jobs because they were actually used for close-ups and stuff like that in the movie, where the stunt versions are the background puppets, and so they do not get as much detail and paint jobbing as the hero versions. Again, these are the Neca Gremlins, the 2008 and the 2020. My name is Scott with Shoms Photography, and thank you for watching.